Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be talking about what we as home growers we need to do when we receive our Dendrobium phalaenopsis or the hybrid Dendrobium orchids. As we all know, these are beginner orchids. Like all the beginners, they'll first start with these orchids only. So this video is about the initial care and how and when to repot the Dendrobium orchids. The culture sheet and the details about how to care for Dendrobium orchids, it will be another separate video. This video it focuses mainly on the immediate care and the reporting part. So first let's see these Dendrobium phalaenopsis, the hybrid Dendrobiums that I received yesterday. They are really healthy, not much damage due to transportation either. They seem to be potted in charcoal. Let me check. Yes, as I doubted, there is cocoa husk too. I really don't like cocoa husk as a media because it's very unreliable and they decompose very fast. They stay soggy no matter how less I water. I simply don't like these, and I won't be, but still, I won't be repotting these now, as you can see there are no new growths, and these canes they seem to be maturing. So there are chances that I may get a spike or two from these. I'll at least wait they produce till they produce new growths, whether or not they bloom or not. So for now these healthy dendrobiums they will stay indoors in the shade for at least 7 to 10 days. Later I will start moving them to my balcony, which is very bright and receives morning and late afternoon direct sunlight. The shift will be gradual. So deferring initial repotting and keeping the dendrobiums in shade, it gives them the chance to stabilize, to get acclimatized to the new environment, and once they start producing new growths and new canes, then I'll consider repotting them. As they are in cocoa husk, which is a very water retentive media, so I'll be watering these only once a week, and if at all I feel the pot feels very light or the canes they appear quite shriveled, then I might water once again during the week. And no fertilizers for at least 1.5 months till I see any new growths appearing. Next are these, which I had received in pretty bad condition. Almost all the leaves they had yellowed and they had fallen down. The canes, only bare canes were left. As you can see, they are not the prettiest, but they suffered a lot during the transit. I had to cut quite a few leaves and only bare canes are left. You can see they are in shade for past 1 month and being watered only once weekly. It may seem pretty dry from outside, but let's check inside. You can see that well, it's decomposing and still moist, and you can see how the roots are of very poor quality. This is the exact reason why I absolutely hate cocoa husk. In the past month, these old weak shriveled canes they have produced new growths, and these new growths they have tiny little roots. This is the right time when repotting should be done, as the roots and the new growths they will adapt in the new pots better. Let me soak the cocoa husk in water, then that will make things easier. I can easily remove the husk from the roots. Be gentle, try not to damage any healthy roots, and if you feel that the cocoa husk is still sticking to the roots, then you may try soaking again. Now after cleaning, I will cut all the roots that feel empty, that have no matter inside of the sheath and which feel soft and mushy to touch, with a pair of sterile scissors. And in this case almost all the roots they feel like that, so I will be removing all of them. But no worries, as we see the new growth is here. Soon it will produce new roots and the orchid it will bounce back to health. So after removing the dead roots, I have cleaned the root portion in running tap water, and now I will be potting this in this plastic pot which has many ventilation holes. As you can see, it has many big holes. The size is almost same as the older one. For dendrobiums, a slightly smaller pot is always preferable, as they love to be pot bound and they like to outgrow the pot. So a plastic small pot with lots of holes, or a clay pot, any pot of your choice, but it should be small. Now put a piece of thermocol at the base of the pot and poke a stake inside it. I will tie one of the older canes to this stake with a twist tie. And now see, even before adding any media, the plant is already very stable. Now simply go on adding the media. I have charcoal, brick pieces, leca and some thermocol pieces. You can skip any of them if you don't have. See, thermocol, it not only acts as a great filler for the pots, the plants, they actually can root on it. Here is a cattleya that I mounted on thermocol 2 months back, and check how nicely the roots are growing on it, on the thermocol. So after we fill media, give a gentle tap so that we don't leave any air pockets, and we are done. I have done another one as well. You can see how the use of styrofoam and stake not only made the plant stable, but also the base of the canes, they sit correctly just above the media. So chances of rotting will be very less this way. Now these will go back to the shaded windowsill where they were sitting for the last 1 month. They will sit there for at least 2 weeks till I see new root tips and the new growth growing. Then I will gradually introduce to the bright balcony where I grow my other orchids. As the media is quite chunky and well draining, so it will dry quite fast, and I will be watering it almost daily or on alternate days depending how fast it dries. I have avoided moss completely because dendrobiums, they can do without moss, but if we totally skip adding any of the organic media like cocoa husk and sphagnum moss, then while next time when we plan to repot, we don't need to remove the whole thing out of the pot. We can simply take the pot and put inside a larger pot. And I won't be applying any fertilizers for at least a month or so, till I see significant increase in the size of the roots and the new growth. Now next is this huge Don Murray dendrobium that I received yesterday, and it arrived bare rooted. So even it has no new growths, and even if it's budding right now, I will have to pot it. If you receive any unhealthy orchids also which are bare rooted, be it healthy or unhealthy, if they arrive bare rooted, then we have to pot it
as soon as possible.
So same process for this as well. Cut the dead roots, clean the plant with running tap water, put a stake inside the styrofoam and stabilize the plant, and now go on adding media. I am using a terracotta pot for this one, as the pot itself, it's heavy, so it will support the plant well, because if it was a plastic pot then the plant would have toppled. So I am using a clay pot, or you can use any heavy pot for this. It should have many drainage holes and adequate ventilation. Now I will go on adding media. Now after potting, I will keep this in shade as well for at least a week, because the orchid is healthy, and even if I introduce to bright light after a week or so, it will withstand it. And I'll water it 2 to 3 times a week, and I'll depending on how fast the media dries, and as it's only inorganic media containing coal and brick pieces and leca, and the pot is also clay pot which is highly porous, so I'm sure the media will dry out in a day or so, but I'll just check it, and I'll water accordingly. I think maybe 3 times a week will do in the beginning. Later, when it has extensive root system and the roots, they drink up the water fast, then I'll probably go on watering it daily. And now as the roots, they are dead, so over watering and constantly wet media is not advisable. The constantly moist media will do no good for this orchid. It will only cause rot issues in the cane. There is actually no point in watering more now, as the roots are dead, they can't absorb any water, and the cane, it will anyways shrivel and it will give a new growth. When that new growth grows to a significant size and it puts out healthy roots, then those roots, they will start absorbing the water. Then only we can start watering more frequently, and then we can start fertilizing it on a regular basis. Till then I will withhold any fertilizer application. That will be around for 1 month or so. I won't be applying any fertilizer. So that's all for today, friends. I hope you like this video, and if you do, then please like, share and subscribe to my channel. It's totally free, and press on the bell icon to get notified each time I upload a new video. Thanks again for watching. Bye bye.